So today we're going to talk about the Super Easy A LR Trunks and Goten, as well as the new exchange Gohan, Trunks, and Goten LR. Okay, yeah. And I checked my Discord server to see if it was there, and it was there. And then I went over to Dokkan Info website, and I just said, you know what, we'll just use the Dokkan Info website. Huge shout out to Dark Spoon, by the way. And there's a Spopovich banner unit. Wow, okay, interesting. Could have been, actually, no. I was gonna say it could have been Videl, but it's completely fine that it's Spopovich. I don't have a problem with it. Anyways, let's see what we got here. Spirited New Generation. It's a Super Saiyan Gohan Teen, Super Saiyan Trunks Kid, and a Super Saiyan Goten Kid. And the leader skill is Hybrid Saiyan's Youth or Defensive Justice 3 key, 200% HP, and 170% to attack and defense, and 50% of the stats being to Siblings Bond, Bond of Parent-Child, or Bond of Friendship. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at 220% leader skill. Why not? If I type in their name, if I just type in Spirited, is it gonna just go ahead and show up, or do I have to type it in individually? I do gotta type it in individually, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, whatever. Alright, so we have it's Hybrid Saiyans. Bear with me, guys. Youth. As well as Defenders of Justice. 3 category teams that I assume did not have a 220 before we got these guys. And then we have Siblings Bond for their 50% of the stats, as well as Bond of Parent and Child and Bond of Friendship. I'm just gonna type in friend. Right, let me add it, search, and then here it is right over here. Let's see what we got here. Nice, cool, still usable. Ill. Your EZA is going to be generational, but until then, ill. No. Disgusting. This, very lovely to see you here, and very lovely to see you here too. You two are very good. And then you're good too. Nice. Gonna be a very strong slot 3 option on the team. Solid 220. This is going to be one of those 220s that ages good, I hope that doesn't, I really hope that statement I make just right now, I hope that's not going to give this category a curse, like this little 220. I'm going to go out on a whim and say that this is going to be a team that ages well. I hope. Because as for right now, doesn't look the craziest. Good. I would say good, but not amazing. Maybe I'm not giving enough credit. Maybe I'm not. Okay, that's the 220. Alright, so the 12 key, that being no forgiveness for evil, 30% attack for 4 turns, as well as getting a 10% chance to crit for 4 turns. Okay, nice. And their 18 key, or just Gohan's 18 key, the Masenko, 30% defense 1 turn, and a 58% chance to crit for 1 turn. Okay, so we have offensive super attack effect combinations. I mean, outside of the 30% defense 1 turn. I mean, it's technically an offensive super attack effect combination because we have crit chance here and we have crit chance right over here for multiple turns. Going to assume that within this combination, this guy's going to have a lot of high stats. And then, of course, the first thing I see, 200% attack defense right over here, 250% defense right over here when receiving an attack, 250% attack when attack. Bro, yeah, just looking on, just face value, look at all these high stats. Base effects for his passive, that being Peace, protecting fighters awareness, 200% attack and defense baseline, and launches a guarantee super, and 3 keep rainbow keys are obtained. So solid base effects. And when receiving an attack, 250% defense. Nice, that's always good to have in your kit. For 1 turn from the character's entry turn, 40% damage reduction, and gives all allies 30% attack and defense. Very good. When there is another Hybrid Saiyans or Bond of Parent-Child category ally on the team, 7 key and 250% attack when attacking, and all allies get 30% attack and defense, as well as a 15% chance to crit, self-excluded. So within the first turn, he's giving up to, I haven't read the entire kit, but he's giving up to 60% attack and defense, as well as a 15% chance to crit to all allies. Very, very strong. 1 key, or 1 rainbow key to obtain. With 1 or more rainbow keys obtained, 200% defense, 38% damage reduction, and launch a guarantee super with 200% attack when attacking. You're getting all of this off of one rainbow key sphere. That is very good. That's very good. 200% attack and defense, 38% damage reduction, and guarantee super from one rainbow orb. So you have to get this guy's rainbow orb every turn. You have to. Okay. 12 or more int keys obtained, or 5 rainbow keys obtained. 258% defense and 20% damage reduction. Very good. All allies get a 58% attack and defensive boost for 2 turns. So, turn 1, let's say you get lucky, you grab up all these orbs. Not only is he giving up to 118% attack and defense and a 15% chance to crit for all allies, but turn 1, how much damage reduction is that? How much damage reduction is that? Because you have 40 for the first turn, then you have 38% for him collecting that one rainbow orb, and then an additional 20% granted you collect the specific key spheres you need, like those 5 rainbow orbs or those 12 or more in key spheres, which is crazy because what the fuck is the orb changing in this kit? Just realize, where's the orb changing? But that's 58. You combine those, and then there's 40% right over here. Turn 1, he can get up to 98% damage reduction. Wow. Holy shit, you can get up to 98% damage reduction turn 1. Wow. All right. So he can sit slot 1 turn 1, but then there on out, I assume he's a slot 2 and onwards unit. Assumingly so. While also giving very good support. Yeah, so he's pretty much just like, his only defensive abilities are like just damage reduction with high stats. And, you know, he of course has that great support too. Okay. When another 2 or more Hybrid Saiyans categorized are on the team starting from the 3rd turn from the character's entry turn, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, you can do the reversible exchange with Trunks and Goten. Super Saiyan, of course. Alright. And Gohan's active skill, the triple Kamehameha, okay, massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy, and within the turn activated, guarantee crits, and changes all key spheres to int and rainbow. Sounds like a combo of changing key spheres. Okay. Can be activated when there are 2 or more Hybrid Saiyans categorized on the team starting from the 3rd turn start battle. So pretty much for when you're able to do the reversible exchange, you can just do the active skill. Okay, so that's where orb changing comes from, so you can get this off. But more often than not, this guy's going to be sitting slot 2/3 from that first turn. Yeah. Yeah. But he certainly looks really good. High stats, great support. Yeah, that's pretty much that. With damage reduction built in. 3 keep rainbow keys are obtained. I think they could have gave him rainbow orb changing, but that's just me. They probably wouldn't have made it free. They probably would have made you have a Hybrid Saiyans character on the team for him to proc it, but whatever. Gohan looks good. Gohan looks good, certainly. Alright, let's see what we got here for Trunks and Goten. I do like their art. I like this reversible exchange art more so than the Gohan. The Gohan's like, it's really whatever. Alright, because I had not seen this till now for this reversible exchange art. So, for Trunks and Goten, 30% attack and defense for 4 turns. Very good super attack effect for the 12 key. And the 18 key, that being the full power energy rush, 30% attack for 1 turn, as well as raising superclass allies attack by 50% for 1 turn, and then having a 70% chance of raising superclass allies defense by 50% for 1 turn. So you get lucky, and they're giving up to 50% attack and defense to superclass allies. This is really good, bro. Great super attack effect combinations. One being support and one being multiple turns of an attack and defensive buff. Really good. Really, really good. I'm a fan. Evil Crushing Fighters Awareness. Their base effects, 5 key and 100% defense, as well as a 30% chance to crit and a 70% chance of launching an additional super attack, and 2 key per type key sphere obtained. And with a key sphere obtained, 77% chance to dodge. Okay. With 2 or more type keys obtained, 100% attack when attacking, and 100% defense when receiving an attack. And with 4 or more type pieces obtained, launches a guaranteed super and guards. Wow. guard with up to a 77% chance to dodge so far. Looking pretty damn good. With a decent amount of stats. I'm going to assume that there's some high stats in this guard too. Per youth category ally on the team, 200% attack and a 10% chance to dodge additionally. Wow. And that includes themselves. So 6 allies to a team, that's up to a 60% chance to dodge, right? Certainly, because it says on the team, and it includes themselves. That's up to a 60% chance to dodge. And I'm assuming that the dodge procs are separate. Assumingly, the dodge procs are separate, like how they did in Yamcha, I believe. Per Hyper Saiyan's category ally on the team, 100% defense up to 500. Wow. There's your high stats. 500% plus defense. Wow. When receiving a super attack, you get an additional 15% chance to dodge, and all allies get 3 key and 30% attack and defense within a turn. And youth category allies get an additional 5% chance to dodge for 2 turns. It's self-excluded. Wow. Brother. So, 77% chance to dodge right over here. You have a full team of youth characters. Not only are they getting 500% plus defense from that, but they're getting up to a 60% chance to dodge. Add on to the fact that if they're taking a super, that's up to a 75% chance to dodge. And then they're giving dodge support to youth characters. Bro, what do I even say about this card, bro? What do I even say? Solid support, not the craziest like Gohan. Gohan has obviously the better support, but this card is more so used for their... Oh, I forgot to mention that they have guard. I mean, I did say that, but still. 2+ supers, they do have the guard, separate dodge procs. Looking really good. Let's see what their active skills. The fusion, massive raise attack temporarily, cause ultimate damage to enemy, and youth category allies get 20% attack and defense in battle. Very good. Very good. They don't seem... What am I saying? They do seem crazy on paper. What's their stats? Okay. Definitely looking good. I don't have too many complaints. I don't have complaints. Can't wait to see him in game. I'm pretty sure there's already videos out on them, but yeah. Okay, let's see what the Super Easy A is looking like. See what we got here. Alright, so 5 key up to 10 randomly, and 250% attack and defense, as well as a 50% chance to dodge. When attacking with 12 or more key, 200% attack and defense, and a 50% chance of getting an additional 100% attack. Okay. And when attacking with 18 or more key, 100% attack, and a 50% chance to crit. For every super attack performed, 77% attack and defense up to 200%. When 3 or more youth categorized on the team, changes STR to AGL key spheres, and all allies get a 10% chance to crit. Okay. And when 3 or more hybrid sands categorized on the team, changes tech key spheres to rainbow and give all allies a 10% chance to crit additional. So that's up to already a 20% chance to crit. Wow. So this card is obviously going to work amazingly with them. Bro. Quite good. Okay. And when all allies attack in the same turn are superclass characters, 150% attack and defense and an additional 27% chance to dodge. And when there's a stream class ally attack in the same turn, a 27% chance to crit, as well as 200% attack and 100% defense. 50%, and then of course you have that 27%, so that's up to a 77% chance to dodge, giving crit chance support and orb changing. So this unit was made to be ran with these guys because they're orb changing. Yeah, and this guy wants the rainbow orbs. Yeah. Yeah, this card was literally... Their EZA was made to be ran with them. Seems about right. Stats are cool. Of course, there's a lot of built-in chance with this card because that's how this card has been ever since they came out. Of course, with the key and all that other good stuff. But this card was essentially made to be ran alongside them because they're giving crit chance support right over here, as well as also being a double orb changing unit to AGL and Rainbow Orbs. Granted, it's off of one specific type key sphere, but this card explains itself. This is a card made to be ran with them. There's nothing else to be said there. So Spopovich, the last card I'll be talking about. So power bestowed by magic. Spopovich, and it's going to be a card that comes off of their banner. Okay, which we do have their banner, and I'll just go ahead and show it at the end of the video. Alright, so Spopovich, we're not going to read the leader skill because it's obviously worthless. So the 12 key, that being Berserker Crash. 30% attack and defense in one turn, as well as lowering the enemy's attack and defense. And the passive, that being Unusual Brutality. 2 key and 200% attack and defense. Nice. And when there is another extreme class ally attack in the same turn, 2 key and 50% defense, as well as 40% damage reduction. So that's really just stupid easy to have this proc. And when attacking, 200% attack and defense. You'll love to see it. And for every attack performed, 100% attack within a turn. Okay, so this guy can do probably some nutty damage. Before receiving 8 attacks in battle, 200% defense and 80% damage reduction. 80% damage reduction. I said 80% damage reduction because there's 40 here and there's 40 here. So don't mind my illiteracy. Before receiving 8 attacks in battle, 200% defense and 40% damage reduction, adding up to 80% damage reduction. I'm thinking way too much ahead, but this card can get up to 80% damage reduction. Wow, that's really fucking good for a banner unit. After receiving 8 or more attacks in battle, 200% defense, a 40% chance to crit, and foresee super attacks within the turn. And this is for the rest of the battle. That's really fucking good. Only thing is that he's trading damage reduction for additional stats as well as crit chance and foreseeing super attacks, which is not a bad trade-off. It's not. I'm gonna say it's not a bad trade-off. Only thing is that it's boss reliant. This guy takes a super from one of these big time bosses. I mean, it's a norm that a unit can get clapped from one of these big time bosses supers, but this guy will be able to have one of your, of course, your strongest units sit in front of that super attack and take it. That's just a consensus. That's just common knowledge for anybody that's playing Dokkan, right? When there is a tournament participants category enemy, 50% defense and an additional 20% chance to crit and launches a guarantee super. It makes sense. When there's a Earthlings category enemy, 50% defense, a 20% chance to crit and launches the additional super attack. When there's a Peppy Cows enemy, Videl, no! 50% defense, a 20% chance to crit additionally, and launches a guarantee super. So if your name is Videl, this guy's getting 150% defense, a 60% chance to crit, as well as 3 guarantee supers. Why they do my girl Videl like that, bro? Why they fucking do Videl? I mean, I get it, Spopovich, but damn. Link set is hot dog shit. This link set is terrible. Forgot to take a look at their link set. Woo! Yes, sir. Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, they have... He's not slot 1, though. And he's not slot 1 either. But guess what? You are. He's lovely. Beautiful linking partner to have right next to him. Very nice. Let me see you guys. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense. This unit was meant to be ran right next to this damn unit. Spopovich looks good. Looks good. Yeah. Yeah, they gave him a decent amount of stats. For C supers. Up to 80% damage reduction. Looks pretty good. And if your name is Videl, you're getting smashed. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, Spopovich is good. Alright, that's gonna be about it. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are the best. Let me know what you guys think about the units down below. Yeah, I think Gohan's good. The Super EZA was clearly meant to be ran right next to this Gohan. The only problem is that this guy is not a slot 1 after that first turn. He's not. Had to go take a look at the video. I think Dokkan wrote out a video. Let me just real quick double check that. I'm certain he did. Right? Dokkan World. Okay. Yeah, he did. Perfect. And they have battle motions too. Beautiful. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And that's gonna be all for me. Peace.